Brutally abusing her 5-year-old daughter. The child says she was locked in a closet for almost a month. Police have arrested Alexandra Ebey after they say that her 5-year-old daughter was found weak and starved.
They say the girl and her siblings were living in a trailer home near Ricker Road in Townsend. News4JAX reporter Janice Harris is live near the home where the child was found. Janice.
And there's someone now at the property cleaning up, but it was at this trailer home you see right there here behind me where the 5-year-old girl lived with her mother, brothers, and her mother's boyfriend. According to a police report, the child said that she was chained in a closet for 25 days, but it's unclear how she knew it had been that long. But investigators say it's clear she'd been neglected for some time. A 5-year-old girl was living like a prisoner in her own home. Police say Alexandra Ebey allowed her daughter to live in neglect. A woman that knows the family but did not want to be identified told me she's happy the child is no longer living in this trailer home.
When you heard the police coming there and taking the little girl away, what was your reaction?
Relieved that they were going to a safer environment is the best way I can describe it, because I already know that they weren't being treated correctly. They dropped so much weight whenever they were living there.
According to the police report, the child was found severely abused on December 14th. The victim appeared to be extremely weak and emaciated. The victim has open wounds covering the length of her body. The report also says victim had parts of skin falling off of her body. The child was rushed to Wolfson's Children's Hospital. The little girl explained she had been handcuffed or tied down and locked in a closet for 25 days and had just been let out 6 days ago. Now the little girl and her siblings are in DCF custody. The neighborhood is relieved the kids are no longer in this home and hope they never have to return. And Ebey currently faces 1 count of child neglect. Talked with neighbors in this area. They say they hope she never gets out of jail. Reporting live on the west side, Janice Harris, Channel 4, the local station.
Made in connection with a particularly shocking child abuse case involving one young girl being locked in a closet, police say, for weeks. The case has disturbed neighbors.
If this is what we've seen and what we know, what don't we know? And that makes me sick to my stomach.
38-year-old Kenneth Trout was booked into the Duval County Jail yesterday on child neglect and aggravated child abuse charges, according to records. The girl's mother, Alexandra Ebey, has been in jail on child neglect charges since December 14th. Sources say Trout and Ebey are in a relationship. News4JAX reporter Corley Peel is joining us live. She spoke with a woman who called the Department of Children and Families after noticing children who she feared were being mistreated. Corley.
Tom, that woman I spoke with says she called DCF several times with concerns about how the children were being treated inside that home. She says it's a relief knowing that both Trout and Ebey are both inside this jail. A house filled with horror is how neighbors like Heather describe this West Side home. She asked to not show her face. Had you seen any suspicious activity at that home before?
It was just so filthy. And I always felt bad for the kids because of the filth.
Sources say Alexandra Ebey and Kenneth Trout are in a relationship. They are now in jail after investigators say they locked Ebey's 5-year-old daughter in a closet for 25 days. The girl told police she was tied down with handcuffs, a belt, and rope while locked in the closet. A neighbor who wants to remain anonymous says 3 other children live at the home, but seeing the 5-year-old girl was rare.
What was the biggest red flag to you?
Whenever I gave the little girl toys, and next thing I know, she got in trouble, and I did not see her for a couple weeks, and I reported it.
When DCF arrived, they described the girl to appear weak and starved with open wounds and skin falling off her body. Investigators also spoke with the girl's 2 older brothers who also had signs of abuse and neglect. They told detectives their sister was always getting into trouble and would get locked in her room or closet. One boy says he fed his sister a couple days before DCF arrived, but wasn't sure who fed her before that.
I asked the little boy one day where he went to school. And he just told me he didn't go to a school. And I said, oh, so you do virtual school? And he, of course, said, no, I don't do that either. And I'm like, okay. He said, I do homeschooling. There's no parents there every day. There's no way that those parents are homeschooling their children.
They were more like the parents, and they even expressed to me that they cook chicken nuggets and corn dogs for their meals every night, and that's whenever they were allowed to.
With Trout and Ebey in jail, neighbors feel the children are now safe from horror. Sources close to the 5-year-old girl's family tells me that she is with a family member and she is currently still in the hospital. We did do some digging and we found that Kenneth Trout has been in jail in the past for multiple charges, including aggravated battery and drugs. I did get in contact with his family today and they did not wish to comment. Reporting live, Corley Peel, Channel 4, the local station.